Hey guys, this is Hawk Trades, and this is not financial advice. This is simply my opinion on the current market state. Now, with that, we got that over. If you would please leave a like, help me out, get me started, and all that. And let's get started with the video. Now, I know I haven't really posted a video in a month after my swing trade, and recently my investments have dropped at least 10-15% because of the market drop, and that's because people are afraid of inflation, hyperinflation, bond rates. And if we look at the US 10-year bond rate, if we look at it, it is showing massive power. Here you see it trading positive sideways, which is what I call trading up, but it's sideways. Basically, what I mean is there's a lot of potential power here. High RSI. The RSI is staying strong during this time, so this would have been an easy indicator of a pump upwards. Because if the RSI, if it truly wanted to fall, it would, first of all, it would reach the second EMA, the 50 EMA, and RSI would hit lower rings. But during this time, the bond yield has been very strong, and according to RSI, the bonds only could get bigger. Like potentially the bond could go all the way up to there, which is a lot of pain left to suffer. But I would like to warn you that eventually the stock market will stabilize, but it would take like 1 to 3 months. So if you do buy the dip, you would have to hold it for 1 to 3 months, which isn't that bad, but it's still 3 months of pure pain. But if you don't want to face true pain, there is an opportunity I found out about. And it's Bitcoin. As we know, Bitcoin is just trading upwards. And it's trading kind of a head and shoulders pattern, if you see here. Kind of. What I'm saying is there's like 3 tips. And the first tip, good power. Second tip, good power. The third tip, however, only managed to almost beat the second one. If you notice here, the second one just destroyed the first one, so the third one should have done the same, but it has not. So that's where I see opportunity. I see it stabilizing on these lines, and I feel like it could go somewhere in this range in a drop. RSI is pointed downwards, MACD is pointed downwards. MACD has showed good strength 2 times, weaker 3rd time. So you could either trade sideways, and trading sideways usually leads to a breakthrough where profits can be made. So watch out for that. That is what is looking very exciting. And I'm actually looking forward to that. And I know I can't say no, but I have a really good feeling it's going to hit that one. And I want you guys to be ready for it. So I'm going to help y'all out. And I'm going to show y'all levels to buy that have shown previous support. First of all, it's 30,000. 30,000 is a very good rate to buy, because at this point Bitcoin has made such a big impact on the market. So a lot of people are saying Bitcoin might be here to stay, and I hope it is. It's very good. Anyways, if you notice here that the EMA has not touched the 100 EMA, so it's showing immense growth. But right now it's touching the EMA a little too much. And of course, like I already explained that. So BTC should be picked up around 30,000. 30,000 is really decent. It could go from 60 to 30. It could lose half of its value. So don't be surprised if it does that. Just be prepared for that. As long as you're properly prepared, you will not perform poorly. You will do good. It'll be all fine. So I want you guys to put 30K on your BTC watch list. And the reason I'm saying BTC, because I was thinking, I was like in deep thought, and I was like, we have a very flawed financial system where our currency is a fiat currency. It's all based on basically trusting a government. And the government of the US has 23 trillion in debt, I think. Anyways, that's way too much debt, and it's not decreasing. So inflation is expected. Loosening in dollar power is expected. That is not saying economy will weaken. Inflation can get up, but the economy can grow at the same time, which is what I hope happens. So I feel a compromise can be made by buying e-currency or crypto. I call it e-currency because this isn't based on one government. It's based on what a lot of people value it at. So long term, definitely a great investment, but be careful because you could lose it all. And that's what a lot of people are afraid of. And right now, I feel like a lot of people are going to lose their money because they're trading at an overvalue. At most, maybe 70,000. At the very least, it's a long way to fall. And it's a long way to fall. Now, I'm not saying that it could fall very quickly, but Bitcoin has tendencies to do that. So, probably will happen. But it's also more likely for Bitcoin to slowly fall to these levels, like shown here. You feel me? But what's more than going to happen is probably going to fall because it's just not looking in a position to go further. So I want you guys to watch out for Bitcoin trading sideways and then buy in at the breakthrough. I will make a follow-up video on this. I might not play the play, but I want at least someone else to be informed about this. But this is could be very lucrative. So watch out for Bitcoin and watch out for Riot. Watch out for Riot because Riot is involved in blockchain, and blockchain is an important thing. Now, I did not play this trade. I was planning to, but in the pre-market they're showing red like 6 in the morning, so I didn't play it, and I'm glad I didn't because it just crushed. The reason I would have done so, and the reason that really messed the play up was because of the current market status is just causing everything to drop. Also, other people are afraid that it could be a market trap. I don't see the issue on this because, yeah, it is applicable. Here, you see the bear trap, and then you see it. No, actually, the bear trap is here, sorry. And then you see it run up. And here, you can see the bear trap. It has bumped up 22%. So the bear trap, the bull trap, sorry, it's all getting confused in my head, has already occurred on the Riot. It might occur a second time. I would not buy Riot. Everyone is saying buy the dip, buy the dip, buy the dip, buy the dip. I'm getting tired of people saying buy the dip. Wait, because the sellers are still in power. I made a mistake. I bought the dip. Now, that's not necessarily a mistake because in like 3 months it could easily recover. And what's more than likely going to happen is it's going to reach an EMA. Not this one, more likely this one, and then back up to this one. and then I would resume trading, because sellers and buyers are having a full-out war, and it's just going to cause the price to be unstable, which is not what you want. Now, you could buy the dip on, say, one of these red days. You will make a long-term profit if it's a good company. Don't be worried about that. Be worried if you're a retail trader who wants to make quick profits. And I would rather focus on short trades. And we've already passed the quick sell-off. We're in this kind of a consolidation area, which I've noticed in a lot of stocks. Not only Riot, but also NIO. We're in a consolidation area. And meet Kevin. I watched one of his videos, and he also mentioned how that the market could be looking like this for 2 or 3 months, up to June or July, when things kind of normalize and the fear goes away. And if what he says becomes true, we would see just it wobbling in these levels and just trading sideways. In which way I would just hold your position and wait for the better position to occur. Right now is a waiting game. There are not a lot of buying opportunities, not even a lot of short opportunities, because those most of the time will fail, because these stocks will tend to regain momentum. Right now, wait for them to wobble, and then place your buying opportunity. In the meantime, these stocks could tend to make this pattern, and you could profit off of that pattern like such. And if I do notice one of these patterns, I'll try to make a video about that. And that is what I hope will happen, because otherwise I don't see many other buying opportunities unless I plan to wait for an opportunity to occur, which will happen. I don't doubt it. It could take all the way to the 1st of May. It could take a month and a half for them to just trade sideways, sort of. But there will be that breakout that I'm watching out for. And in the meantime, making these little $5 skims, scalps, could be enough. But anyways, I hope you left a like on the video and to support me out. So it would really help me out, get my channel up and going again. And I hope I can explain and understand more of what's happening in the market along with you guys. And I hope you don't lose too much money. Just be careful. Limit buying until the sellers have sold, is what I'm saying. Because that's what I've learned from this. That's my experience from this. Limit your selling, limit your buying. People will say buy the dip because they want you to buy the dip to cover their losses, which tends to be what the bull trap is. It's just buy the dip, buy the dip, buy the dip, and then they just cover their loss, which is the thinking, in my opinion, beyond that. But anyways, there will always be an opportunity. Let it reach its mean. Let it reach its average, which would be this. I mean, this is the lowest of lows. If a stock ever reaches this, it tends to just violently bounce off, as shown here. So I would buy it on the EMA 200. If you go to TradingView, go to indicators and search up EMA 20, 50, 100, 200, it should be there. Anyways, hope y'all have a nice month or so. And remember what I said.